Hey everyone, this is Jake. So today I'm going to be talking about the fundamentalists and their opposition to FDR. Now this is a pretty interesting topic, and one of the things that really stood out is the fact that these people were opposing FDR because they believed he was ushering in the apocalypse. This pre-millennialism belief of eschatology that the end times could be studied and known by looking at the books of like Daniel and Ezekiel and looking at the New Testament. And by studying these, you can see the end times coming. And so, why are they making these assumptions? Well, you have World War One that has caused great loss of life and destruction. You have the Bolshevik Revolution. Communists are starting to really flex their muscles. By the 1930s, we're seeing Benito Mussolini's trying to resurrect Rome. We're seeing anti-Semitism, Adolf Hitler, and we're also seeing Jews that are fleeing to their homeland of Israel. And we're seeing this is, for these fundamentalists, the sign that the end is coming. And they see FDR and his big state government as not necessarily the ones who are actually going to create the apocalypse. They're not FDR wasn't the Antichrist per se, but creating the situation in which the Antichrist would arise because they've created this big state, one state kind of government, and they see his plans to pack the court, his ideas on creating the WPA, some of his foreign policy views, his recognition of Russia, the Soviet Union, as a nation really upset the fundamentalists because they're going to make the claim that Eleanor Roosevelt and FDR themselves are communists because of the ideas that they actually say that FDR's New Deal is communism, just American style. It's Russian style communism in America. And so they're really going to be hammering these ideas. Now, obviously, it's not going to make a big impact on FDR. FDR is very charismatic, and he's very good at talking about what he's doing, obviously with his fireside chats. And he's just saying, you know what, I'm a little left of center. And he's kind of talking about this social gospel idea that, you know what, we're just trying to help people out, the way that we're supposed to. And so we see this going on. Now, as I said, these early fundamentalists are not going to be successful in fending off FDR. However, the thing is, they're going to influence the next generation, your Billy Graham and your Jerry Falwells, and their views on this idea of the coming apocalypse and eschatology. And this is actually going to be very influential in seeing why the evangelical movement moves to the right. That these views are coming in line where, we're seeing hardcore Christians against the big state government. And they're against the big state government, not against the programs themselves necessarily, but they believe that this is going to bring us closer to the end. So their goal as Christians is to fight this. Now, their biggest success, of course, was the election of Ronald Reagan. And Reagan himself was a big believer in this apocalypse and these ideas of premillennialism. And he is actually going to talk to people about this and, looking at these ideas and these revelations and seeing, all the stuff that America was going through. And so the rise of the modern right and the combination of the Republicans and the fundamentalists and evangelical movement actually doesn't start in the 1940s and 50s. Matthew Sutton makes the case, and I think a very compelling one, that it actually started in the 1930s in opposition to FDR. Thanks, guys.